me show you another fun thing you can do, especially for you steelhead tires. Get a nice steelhead hook here. Now if you want to make a nice tag on the back of your steelhead fly, take your floss. Some of the thinner flosses work a little better for this. Tie in the end of your floss at the back of the hook. Then we're going to make the floss become the loop. So I'm going to take the other end of the floss, cut that up to about the length I want. I'm going to tie that end on the bottom of the hook. That in there fairly secure. Leave that loop hanging towards the rear there. And then we're going to take some silver wire. All I have to do is find the end of it. Get a piece of silver wire. And again, tie that on the underside of the hook. You want everything coming off from the same point. I'm going to tie my wire in good and tight. Now the floss is the dubbing loop in this case. So I'm going to pull the loop down, holding it open with my index finger. I'm going to put the wire over the top of the loop like we did with all our other materials. Push the hook up on the bobbin whirler. Go under the right leg of the loop, over the top of the wire, and catch the left leg of the loop. Pull that back and slide it down so the wire is now trapped in the loop with the floss. Cut off the excess wire, leave about an inch or so sticking out of there. Now sometimes you have to pull the wire to keep a little tension on there. Let me take that out of there and back up just a second. You're going to want to spin that a little bit first because we want the wire to wrap around the floss. Now we're going to hook that back in there. Just give that a little turn. Tighten it up a little bit. And spin the tool. Now the silver wire is going to wrap around the floss. Now the wire is pretty stiff, so it won't spin as freely as it does with just thread. When it gets real tight, just kind of pull on it and spin the rest by hand until the silver wire is running almost perpendicular around the floss loop. Then when you wind that, the wire wrapped around the floss is going to make a spiral pattern for a tag on a steelhead fly or a spay fly. Well, the wire makes it a little tight to unhook, so you might have to help it out a little bit. Get that unhooked. Now it's going to be hard to unwind the wire from the thread, so again, just grab it in the middle, wind the thread around the hook as if you were starting to fly all over again at the front. Get that wrapped off, switch hands, and then tie it off like you normally would. Just get a couple of wraps over there and the wire stays put pretty good because it's stiff. And then just cut off the loop, the wire, and the thread. And we've got a nice spiral tag on the back of your steelhead fly with floss and wire. Now the other way to do this is to use the shinier nylon type threads in your bobbin in place of your regular black thread, black wax thread. The shinier threads are a little thinner than floss, and if you want this tag to be a little less volume, you can make the loop using this type of a thread. The same way I did, just catch the wire in the loop. When you spin that, it'll come out a little thinner. Here's a hook with a series of different, there's the thicker one with the floss, with the thinner threads and the wire. Here you can get a little lower profile tag. And depending on how you spin them, it will determine how much of the silver shows and how much of the red shows. So again, play with this tool. It's a lot of fun. And once you get a handle on how to use it, you can put all kinds of things in it and see what kind of results you get.